Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go over sculpting a wooden plank base. I'm doing it on a 32mm MDF base because I'm going to be using this as a hobbit hole door for a hobbit hole I'm building, but it's just a perfect opportunity to show you how to sculpt some wooden planks. Now there's various tools you can get. I'm going to show you each one. This one's a clay sculpting tool. These purple ones here are cake decorating tools, and then obviously you get your little rubber ones that everyone knows about. Now, my trick for sculpting a base is my main ingredient is milliput. But what I'll do after I mix this up is I'll mix in a little bit of green stuff, and the texture changes. Now, how much green stuff you add in is a pure personal choice. I tend to just add in a little bit so that it takes away the sort of graininess that you can get with milliput. But if the graininess doesn't bother you, you don't need to do that. Another thing I've noticed with green stuff and milliput is they've both got slightly different strengths and weaknesses in terms of a material to work with. When you mix the two of them together, to me, I feel it gets rid of all the weaknesses but none of the strengths of each material. Now, it's important to have a little bit of water at hand so you can just keep wetting your fingers, because when you're doing a base, we want to be able to get this out nice and smooth over the base, and then but using water just lets us manipulate the sculpting putty just that little bit better. Now, just get it on there as flat as possible. Now, you will feel indentations. There will be parts of it that aren't as thick as other parts. So all we do, just take our knife, trim around the outside, then put those little bits on top and add it on the thinner areas, and then just keep working our way until we get it as flat as possible. I also use a cork stopper type thing from a wine bottle, and if you wet that, you can use that like a little mini rolling pin to flatten out the top of the base, which is perfect because it's light, doesn't take up much room. Now, at this stage, you want to give it a quick trim around the outside again, and then you've got two choices. You can either freehand draw the lines for the planks, or you can use something like a a coffee stirrer stick, because a coffee stirrer stick is about 5mm, and about 5mm works out quite good for a width of planking. So you can either freehand it or use something like that that's about 5mm as a guide, and you just try and line it up to get a centre line, and then mark the other side and then work your way out. both sides. Now, after you've marked your lines, just trim around any excess again. Now, one thing I'll say as well, because I'm kind of showing you examples of more than one type of tool, it kind of distorts these lines more than it would the way I would do it if I was doing this off camera. So I'll show you this one. This is a cake decorating tool first, and you'll see how I'll work my way into the centre. This little creamy one, this is a proper clay sculpting tool. And obviously this is just my scalpel. What I'm doing is I'm just re-establishing the lines so that they stand out. For what I'm doing here, the lines don't have to be perfect, so it doesn't matter as much. Now I'm using the back of the knife rather than the front of the knife to re-establish the lines. Now this is another little cake decorating tool. I just want to show you how you can take different tools and just use them in slightly different ways. Now I'm just making sure I keep it wet so that it doesn't drag on the surface. Now, taking the back side off the scalpel, what we want to do is just put in some mini, slightly deeper gouges down each plank, just to give a little bit more definition when it comes to painting it. And there we have our painted base. All I did was base it, highlight it, wash it. Now you can see here you get different bases, and you can see the more green they are, the more green stuff is in the mix. And if you're doing any like little vines, do it just straight green stuff, because when you try and do it with a mixer milliput, you can't get the fineness. You can also, if you're doing multi-layers, mix up different consistencies. Now this one, this is a 60mm MDF base. What I've done was I just thingied out the flagstones, gave it a quick file over the surface once it had set, just to smooth over the surface. As always, if you've not liked the video yet, please do that, and thanks for being here.